and the assassination of Prime Minister Hamid.
أتمنى يفتح العقد التجاري
بدنا أولادنا عمرهم 15 يخافوا عنا.
Good afternoon. You are watching the English newscast on Future Television. I'm Lena Tunim, and these are today's headlines. Families of kidnapped servicemen offer roses to citizens and members of internal security forces in downtown Beirut to express their goodwill gesture towards the ISF. Syrian Foreign Minister Walid al-Ma'alem says the U.S.-led airstrikes have failed to weaken the grip of the Islamic State in Syria, and the group will not be tackled unless Turkey tightens border controls. And an Egyptian court drops its case against ousted President Hosni Mubarak, his interior minister, and 6 aides on charges of ordering the killing of protesters during the 2011 uprising. Families of kidnapped servicemen offer roses to citizens and members of internal security forces in downtown Beirut to express their goodwill gesture towards the ISF. This comes after the execution of a captive soldier being held on the Syrian border was averted as General Security Chief Major General Abbas Ibrahim negotiated through mediators with the Nusra Front jihadists to compel them to call off the killing. Earlier today, the Lebanese government had issued a statement saying authorities were doing everything in their power to preserve the safety and the lives of the kidnapped soldiers and policemen. The Nusra Front had threatened to execute Bazal within 24 hours if the government failed to release a female terror suspect. The Lebanese army says it has discovered and dismantled a 20-kilo ram bomb and an anti-tank landmine on the outskirts of the border town of Arsal. In a statement, the military said a patrol unit driving through the outskirts of the town early this morning spotted the bomb and the landmine, as well as remote controls that could have detonated the explosives. The army cordoned off the area while an explosives expert defused the 2 devices. Parliament Speaker Nabih Berri has voiced optimism that the anticipated dialogue between Hezbollah and the Future movement will be successful, saying the 2 rivals could easily agree on the items listed for discussion. Earlier this week, former Prime Minister Saad Hariri said he was ready to hold dialogue with Hezbollah with the aim of diffusing sectarian tensions in the country that has been boiling ever since resistance group announced its role in the Syrian crisis last year. In remarks published in a Safir newspaper, Berri said he agreed with Hariri's wishes to discuss means to contain the sectarian strife and restore security in the Bekaa Valley. He also backed Hariri's call to agree on a consensus candidate and said it was also Said Hassan Nasrallah's will. While Berri said he was aiming for the dialogue to be more of a face-to-face process, he said he would intervene if needed. But in an interview on Thursday, Hariri said it was too early to talk about a meeting with Nasrallah. Syrian Foreign Minister Walid al-Ma'alem says the U.S.-led airstrikes have failed to weaken the grip of the Islamic State in Syria, and the group will not be tackled unless Turkey tightens border controls. A U.S.-led alliance started attacking ISIL targets in Syria in September as part of a wider effort to destroy the al-Qaeda offshoot that has seized large areas of the country and neighboring Iraq. The Syrian government said it was willing to join the fight against ISIL, but the U.S. refuses to deal with President Bashar al-Assad, whom it says has lost legitimacy and must leave power. Turkey has strongly denied accusations. It has supported fighters in its enthusiasm to help Syrian rebels topple Assad. And still in the Middle East, an Egyptian court has dropped its case against ousted President Hosni Mubarak, his interior minister, and 6 aides on charges of ordering the killing of protesters during the 2011 uprising that removed him from power. The court also cleared Mubarak and a former oil minister of graft charges related to gas exports to Israel. In a separate corruption case, charges were dropped against Mubarak and his sons Ala and Gamal, with Judge Mahmoud Kamel al-Rashidi saying too much time had elapsed since the alleged crime took place for the court to rule on the matter. However, the 86-year-old former leader will not walk free after today's verdicts. He was found guilty in May in another case related to theft of public funds and has been serving that 3-year sentence while under house arrest for medical reasons in an army hospital in an upscale Cairo suburb. Pope Francis has taken part in a Muslim prayer alongside the Grand Mufti of Istanbul on the second leg of his 3-day visit to Turkey. This morning, Francis stood with his head bowed and hands clasped in front of him in 2 minutes of silent prayer inside the 17th century Sultan Ahmed Mosque, aiming to show respect for Islam and encourage stronger ties between the two faiths. And coming up next, after the food scandal, we talk to Cup and Roll co-founder Wasim Haddad. The exclusive when we return. Welcome back. On to you, Yumna, for the exclusive.
Thank you, Linda. Cup and Roll is the new big thing. Through word of mouth and online and offline social networks, Cup and Roll has become a huge success in very little time. It launched just 3 weeks ago, and it offers delivery and full-fledged catering services, and it has plans for quick and ambitious expansion. Delivery is expected to grow to cover a much larger area, and I want to tell you all about it. And here with us today to talk about it is the co-founder and one of the marketing managers, Wasim Haddad. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
So I was on a website the other day reading a news story, and all of a sudden I see this Cup and Roll ad. And then I went to read on another story, and it was there as well. It's everywhere, and people keep talking to me about it. And today we're finally talking about it. We just want to show our audience what we're talking about. It's food. It's Cup and Roll. They're different cups of food. Tell me a little bit about it.
Okay, so the concept is about cups and rolls, where, as you said, we're a delivery and catering concept, and we're hoping to expand into eat-in very soon. And we offer savory and sweet selection. We also offer different types of dough. We have the regular dough, we have the whole grain, and the sweet dough is a bit cinnamon, different with cinnamon. That's about the business itself and our offering.
How are you, I know you're marketing this heavily, and it's, you know, it's obviously gaining a lot of attention because I've heard about it from colleagues of mine. People constantly are asking for them at parties. So what is the key to success in terms of, you know, this little startup that's now becoming much bigger?
I think the real key of success that we've had is that we've been consistent in terms of quality, and we put a lot of passion into making the products. There's a lot of love, there's care, and there's dedication, and we really believe in this product. And that's why people are being able to see this, and they're going to love our product the way we do.
How are you advertising it?
In terms of advertising, we have a very developed marketing strategy that we took a lot of time to develop. And right now we have an online campaign that's across different platforms like Google and Facebook. And we're doing targeted campaigns for the interested people, or the categories of people that we are interested in terms of audience.
So somehow you were targeting me.
Yeah.
And this is why we're here today, because I was reading and I'm like, I have to try these delicacies. Another question of mine is, you know, recently there was a huge scandal with food safety in the country. The health minister released a statement saying that a lot of the products that consumers are buying from supermarkets, whether it's meat or dairy, are not fresh. They're contaminated with different microbes and different bacteria. So does this affect the way that you function in terms of, obviously not a backlash because you guys started 3 weeks ago, but does it affect what you're doing?
We're very careful in the way of choosing the suppliers and where we get the products from. And the way we cook our food and the way we prepare our food is very, very intricate and very special. I would like to mention that our team of kitchen consists of professional mothers who are trained to be chefs. So the kitchen is operated by mothers who really put their heart into this. They're cooking like they're cooking for their own families.
So it's only mothers that are cooking?
The main team consists of mothers. That's different than the production team, of course. But of course
I love that idea. So if moms are in the kitchen, then you're sure that you're getting safe and secure food.
Of course, because they're cooking as if they're cooking to their loved ones.
Yeah.
So they don't really know who they're sending this order to.
Right.
They're just sending it to a customer who they want to satisfy.
I like the idea of actually having mothers cook this, this for, you know, make these. So basically here, let me show the sweet. So you get a choice of sweet and you get a choice of salty. I don't know if our audience can see this. Tell me what these are. Can you tell me what these are?
On the top right, you have the chocolate tart. Next to it, there's the Nutella banana.
This one?
Yeah, there's the lemon cheesecake with strawberry on top next to the Nutella.
Okay.
And the top lower right, you have the almond delight roll. Next to it, you have the Armenian ba'lawa roll.
Wow.
And next to it, you have the caramelized nuts with jam.
I'm looking at all our viewers, the people here at Future TV. Everybody is going to come and grab one of these. So I think I'm going to just hide one and take it home with me. One last thing that I wanted to ask: how do you expect to expand?
Well, right now we are working on our first outlet. We would like to open it in the first quarter of 2015. And soon after, we have an expansion plan around Lebanon. And we are currently in talks with franchise partners to expand the project into different regions.
Different regions? Not in Lebanon?
First, we are going to expand ourselves in Lebanon, and then we're going to expand with the help of franchise partners around the region and hopefully go international.
It's a lot of ambition for just, you told me to say this actually. He is only 21 years old. Can you believe that? Only 21 years old. Why a F&B business?
I'm really passionate about F&B because when I graduated from university, I started working in F&B because that's like one of the few jobs that you can get with no experience. And then my brother was a chef, so I also grew like seeing him become a successful chef, so it was kind of a passion. And then I got to meet Salpi, who's the mother of my best friend Khajak, which are my partners in this.
Who's also your partner in
yes,
marketing. We want to give thanks to him. We got to meet him before the show. He's your marketing.
He has the branding manager, if you want. His agency does our branding work.
Okay.
So I got to be around people who really love food, and I love food myself. So we wanted to start working in that, and the first idea came from KJ's mom, Khajak.
KJ, no, that's KJ. One last question. You know how you said that you prefer in-house control over online media than to go through an agency in order to market your product? Why do you prefer to have in-house management as opposed to go through an agency to try to get the word out there?
I truly think that we are only capable of portraying and communicating our product with the love and passion that we have, the way we want to. And if we work with someone who's an outsider, it will be like a job.
What about when you expand
We'll expand the team. We would like to expand our family of members who work with us instead of of this being a job, because for us it's not a job, it's a passion, and it's the reason why we went from home into a startup and hopefully into a successful franchise soon.
Okay, so thank you for being with us. Cup and Roll is a product of love, is what you're trying to say.
Yes.
And that's how we're marketed tonight. For more information or to order your very own cups and rolls, you can visit the website www.cupandroll.com. You can see that on our screen right now. It should be coming up. Or call 01-888-792. That's www.cupandroll.com. Back to you, Linda.
Thank you, Yumna. This marks the end of our bulletin for today. Now for a reminder of our headlines. Families of kidnapped servicemen offer roses to citizens and members of interior security forces in downtown Beirut to express their goodwill gesture towards the ISF. Syrian Foreign Minister Walid al-Muallim says the U.S.-led airstrikes have failed to weaken the grip of the Islamic State in Syria, and the group will not be tackled unless Turkey tightens border controls. And an Egyptian court drops its case against ousted President Hosni Mubarak, his interior minister, and 6 aides on charges of ordering the killing of protesters during the 2011 uprising. That's it from us for today. That was Yumna Naufal and I here at Future Television, wishing you all a very nice